Adam Silver in the NBA will be like, sports betting is the worst plague on our society. My brother, you made the sandwich. Just this morning, we got breaking news of Terry Rozier being implicated in a massive illegal betting scandal. And yeah, it looks like he's cooked. It looks like he was betting on his own unders, or at least telling people to bet on his unders, and then subbing himself out of a game like 9 minutes into it. And yeah, this is like the cardinal sin of the league. You're testing the integrity of the very league and manipulating sportsbook. It's a federal crime. He got arrested by the FBI. But for Adam Silver and the NBA to be like, this is the worst thing ever, but then be partnered with every single sportsbook to ever possibly imagine, presented by DraftKings, brought to you by FanDuel. It's like, yeah, if you're going to punish these guys, maybe it's my friend that's too woke take, but you got to give back every dollar from the sports book. If you want to punish people for betting, you can't be partnered with the sports books. And I just think of how insidious sports betting is in our society today. I think there's a statistic that's like, if you sports bet with any consistency, you just have 14% less money than you would have had otherwise. You just think of that with young men today. People complain about the economy. It's like, does the economy suck or do you suck at sports betting? Do you just lose hundreds of dollars each week that could be helping you pay for your groceries, pay your rent? There's some stat that's like half of Americans can't cover an unexpected $400 cost. Well, how many of those have lost $400 this month on Jonte Porter unders, on Jonte Porter overs, on Luke McCaffrey anytime touchdowns? And as someone who makes videos online, half of the brand deals that you get offered are with Sportsbook. That's like the main niche for someone who makes sports videos like myself. I get offered deals with ticket companies like TickPick, SeatGeek, Vivid Seats, and I get offered sports books. Hey, do you want to promote betting with our audience? No, I don't. And as news broke of this wild NBA scandal this morning, I posted a video on TikTok, and I was like, this is like the scene in Goodfellas where they're finding all the dead bodies and Layla by Derek and the Dominoes is playing. The party is over. The party as we knew it is over. And the funny thing is, I posted that video and someone sent me a screenshot of when they swiped away to the next video after watching that one, they got a FanDuel ad. It's so insidious. It's everywhere you look. I think of the grave mistake I made last month by deciding to go on LinkedIn. Sue me. I like to look occasionally because you just see some of the most insane stuff you've ever seen. And I saw a post from FanDuel. FanDuel was partnering with Amazon Prime. It's important to remember that Amazon Prime is now a broadcast partner of the NBA, and they were announcing a partnership where you can watch NBA games on Prime, but now integrated with FanDuel on your broadcast. So you can track your player props on the side of the screen. And people in the comments, the people that work at FanDuel, the people that work at Amazon, we're congratulating these people. And I'm just thinking, you guys are ruining people's lives. You are taking money out of people's pockets so you can serve a higher entity. There's not a single person in our society that benefits, and yet it exists, and yet those people get paid a lot of money to make that happen. I remember that as a junior in high school, my friends were betting under their parents' name, and their parents were largely okay with this. And that's just become a part of their life. They've just done that every day since. Maybe they hit a Jackson Smith in Jigba touchdown anytime bet, and that'll keep them going for another couple weeks. But then they'll lose a bet every single day. And I think of online sports betting as an $11 billion industry, which it is. And I think, where are those $11 billion coming from? Because all the research, all the studies show that people who online sports bet are not cutting back elsewhere. They're just spending more money, which means they have less of it. And when you have less money, everything else becomes more of an issue. We see people who sports bet are more likely to commit domestic violence against their spouses. A rewiring of your brain so that you open your phone every day, you get mad, you lose money, you make your life worse, and then you beat up your girlfriend because you can't handle that. And I know some people are like, well, just be good at sports betting, just be responsible. That's the thing. There's no good sports bettors. Once you start making money on these apps, they limit you. They literally limit you. They say, actually, you can't put that much down on this bet because we see that you're a good bettor and that you've made money off of us. There are no winners here but the people making $11 billion. The this last year. And you know that $11 billion is going to be 15 next year. And it's going to be 25 the year after that. And there will be young men in our country who know nothing other than that. You might win $100, you might be up $1,000 for the year, but you have to think about the cost incurred on you and everyone around you. When you're spending hours of your day, hours of your week researching, and you're in the group chat and in the Discord, and you're talking to AI, to LLMs about what are the best bets to do. That's a cost. You are not then making money back, even if there's more in your pocket. Your brain is reworked. Your life is different. People around you notice this. And now we're at a point where NBA rookies are born in like 2006, and this is kind of all that they know. So does it stand to reason that this wouldn't also affect them? That they aren't also more likely to do this as well? 100,000, 1,000,000% that is true. Guys like Terry Rozier, guys like John Tay Porter, they are just the beginning. That's why the NBA is taking such a hard stand against them. That's why a guy like Terry Rozier, if it's true, he's banned for life. He's done. I knew sports betting wasn't for me when shortly after I turned 21, the NBA season was about to start, and Russell Westbrook was going into his second year with the Lakers. He had a bad first year, objectively, and we're thinking, this is Russell Westbrook. He's going to bounce back. His line for points was 12.5. I saw that. I was like, that is so low. I put $10 on it. And Russell Westbrook had the worst shooting game of his career. Just $10 gone. And I was like, okay, I'm done. That's it. And it's crazy because we all think we know sports. We think we watch a lot of sports. We consume a lot of sports. Well, guess what? These guys do too. The sports books do too. Those lines are there for a reason. And when you think you got something on them, you don't. I miss the days where if you wanted to place a bet, you would have to risk getting chopped up and butchered by an Albanian dude in the back alley of a New York City street, where you had to get frisked at the door by a ginormous dude, where if you even thought of bringing your cell phone down, they were going to murder your kids. I miss the days where you had to lie to your wife about your whereabouts and risk custody of your children if you wanted to bet on Luke McCaffrey. The convenience of being able to pull out your phone has ruined us all, and I'm afraid it's only going to get worse. If you have never started on this path, don't. It's the easiest thing you can do.